After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd. Second down and a run by Robinson. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st. This defense for the Bears very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the 1st down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Jackson. Open is Powell. That's complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the 1st drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
In motion, Hill. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Up the middle they go. McCann. Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Bears will get the football back. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. A little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game. That they've got to match them point for point, as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
Stopped by the safety, Kyle Hamilton. Stevenson gets it again on second down. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. Flush to his right. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. To throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers. Now the ball comes loose. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. So now our referee looking at the sideline saying, are you sure? But yes, this defense has accepted the penalty. So that means they will not take possession on the fumble recovery. Well, not sure why in the world you do that, but that is apparently the decision. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And going deep for Hill. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 45 yards.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Kyle Pitts, 32 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from evening this one up. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7.
That ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Takes it at the 7.
The Bears take over first down again at their own 17-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do... He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 37 yards.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
On first down, Rodgers. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On second down, it's Stevenson. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Tariq Castro-Fields who picked it. And the Ravens are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it...
And this throw will be intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 33. Now the defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles. At the very first play, they give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We got 2, we got 2. Now here 3. Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
A nice play design there with a touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete here to Kmet. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
From midfield, here's Rodgers.
And again, back to Kmet. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. It's caught at the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Darnell Mooney,
43 yards.
And the Bears have moved out in front. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Takes it at the 7.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. Then he goes down. Carl Lawson. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Carl Lawson. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how his first half will come to an end. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter.
Taken in at the 3. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. This one into the hands of Pitts. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Another big play here as they strike for 31. The previous play big on the ground. That one big through the air. Things have jumped up quickly.
It certainly appears that whatever their thought process is on the defensive side of the ball, they're one play behind. You know, loaded up for the pass, they hit them with the run. Load up for the run, they hit them with the pass. They've got to get in sync.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. The line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Kyle Pitts, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from drawing level. Well, he's regarded as one of the best athletes among NFL tight ends, Charles, and it certainly was on display right there.
And as we've seen this league continue to grow and develop, I think the tight end position is becoming harder and harder to defend because now it's elite athletes playing that position, not just the big guys who can block. How about his ability to get downfield and make plays against any defense?
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here.
Takes it at the 7.
And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Back to Stevenson on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
2nd and 8 coming up.
Again, it's Stevenson. Strong run, but they get to him just beyond the 40. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third.
Gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
Rodgers now to throw.
Checking this down to Stevenson.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
26. Over 50. Hey, you block over here. Take 30.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. That's to his running back, complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
80 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down.
Open man is Burks, and he's got him.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. On play action, it's Rodgers.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Pass on the out route, caught by Smith-Schuster. Touchdown! Juju Smith-Schuster.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bears have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is now 21-14.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now Jackson on 1st down. Man open is Robinson. Then he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll swing this complete out to Hill. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Flushed out right. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Kyle Pitts.
A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
Fields this way up at the 17.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
The drive starts with a carry by Stevenson.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears. Here's Rodgers to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Stevenson gets it again on 2nd down.
Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Rodgers going to throw.
And brought in downfield by Burks.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Bears on the move. They've got another 1st down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
When you're trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a third down, but they are in field goal range already. Now Rodgers.
Locates Mooney on the out route. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Rodgers to throw for it on fourth.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
They get 1 yard back there to make it 2nd and 14. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Rodgers to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And I know they would have loved to have had a touchdown there to give them some cushion. But now, kick the field goal. Get the lead. Let your defense bring you home. Show some faith in those guys on the other side of the ball.
The kick by Bass is good.
And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Jackson to throw. That's caught by Pitts.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here's Jackson. Open is Powell. That's complete.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Throwing, Jackson.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
Now Jackson. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Jackson.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with second and a couple. And the slot man goes in motion left.
Jackson. Forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. And the Bears have just about sewn up this football game.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee.
We all just got a heck of a show party. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done. A narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a